What happens when the United States pulls its last aircraft carrier out of the Western Pacific at a moment when China is becoming increasingly assertive? That's exactly what's happening right now. The USS George Washington is leaving the Pacific and is expected to replace the USS Abraham Lincoln in the Middle East, where the United States is supporting military operations against Iran. And this move is raising a much bigger question. Could America's focus on Iran create an opportunity for China in the Pacific? Here's everything you need to know. The United States Navy is facing a major strategic challenge. America has 11 aircraft carriers, but only a limited number can be deployed at the same time. Now, because of the prolonged conflict involving Iran, those carriers are being stretched further than expected. The USS Abraham Lincoln has already spent months at sea supporting operations in the Middle East. The ship's deployment was originally expected to end much earlier, but its mission was extended. Now the USS George Washington is heading out of the Pacific to take its place. That means the Western Pacific could temporarily have no US aircraft carrier, and that's significant. The USS Abraham Lincoln has been deployed for an exceptionally long period. According to AP, concerns have been raised about supply problems and the mental health of sailors aboard the carrier after its extended deployment. The ship was originally expected to return in May, but the ongoing Iran operation changed those plans. Now another carrier is being sent to relieve it. The problem is that replacing one carrier doesn't make the underlying pressure disappear. The Navy still has to maintain its other carriers, prepare them for future deployments, and make sure crews aren't pushed beyond sustainable limits. Defense analyst Brian Cox told AP that the strain reflects a lack of preparation for a conflict that lasted longer than expected, and this is where the story becomes much bigger than one aircraft carrier. China has been expanding its military power across the Indo-Pacific, including around Taiwan and the South China Sea. Beijing closely watches American military deployments in the region. The United States has long considered its military presence in the Pacific an important part of reassuring allies such as Japan and the Philippines. So when an American aircraft carrier leaves the region, China gets an opportunity to demonstrate its own strength. Importantly, analysts do not expect China to suddenly invade Taiwan simply because a US carrier has left. But the absence could still be useful to Beijing as a political and military signal. It could allow China to argue that the United States is distracted and that Washington may not be able to guarantee security in the region as effectively as before.